Yes. Yesterday we discussed about two important derivations. One is Newton's law of viscosity, and the second one is Huygens Poiseuille law, and it is also called as flow through a capillary tube. Similarly, today we are going to discuss about one more important derivation called a flow between parallel stationary plates. A flow between parallel stationary plates. Yesterday we discussed about the flow between or flow through the capillary tube. So in the capillary tube, how the flow rate is. First, we find out the velocity. Then with the help of velocity, we got the value of flow rate. Similarly, today we are going to discuss about a flow between a two parallel plates, a two stationary parallel plates. Okay. Here it's the same a figure. So and this, so these are the two surfaces, surface 1 and this is surface 2. Okay. So between these two surfaces, a fluid or a lubricant is flowing from left to right. Always pressure is more in the left side and less in right side, so that pressure is flowing from left to right. Okay. So these are the two stationary surfaces and they are parallel. Okay. So now consider now the rate of flow through the clearance between a two parallel stationary surface, which is showing in this figure. The width of the plate or a surface is capital B. Capital B is the width. Okay, width of the surface, and it is to be a very large when compared to a width small b. A small b is the imaginary element width. A small b is the imaginary element width, and capital B is the width of the plate, stationary plate. The pressure of the left side is more or higher than the pressure in the right side. So that flow assumed to be a steady, a laminar. Here we made some assumptions. The first assumption is a flow in left side is more compared to right side. So that flow is from left to right. Second, the flow is steady and laminar. There is no turbulence. The flow is steady and laminar. The fluid is incompressible. The fluid is incompressible, so that it will generate the pressure. The fluid fills completely and the pressure across clearance is constant. The fluid is completely fill the surface and the pressure across clearance is constant. Okay. So now consider a equilibrium force acting on the imaginary element. Okay, and the thickness of this element is 2y. Y is the off thickness and 2y is the total thickness, and b is the width of the imaginary element. This 2y is also called as t. T is the thickness and the length. And in the next figure you can see it is a front view and this is a side view and this is a front view. So in the front view you can easily see that dx is the length of the imaginary element. Dx is the length of the imaginary element. Okay, and p is the pressure in the left side and p minus dp is the pressure in the right side, and this tau is the shear stress acting on the imaginary element. Clear? So here also same thing what the previous class we did, same thing. First we have to find all the forces which are acting on the element. First you have to write down left side force on the left face, right side force on the right face, and shear stress along the imaginary element. First you have to find all the forces. Force means pressure into area, that gives the force. Once we got all the forces, then take the equilibrium equation, means equate all these forces into 0. Okay, and simplify. We'll get the first equation. Okay. See here. So it is a two plates. It's a derivation of a parallel plates. Okay. So flow between the parallel plates.
ಸರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಇರಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನು. ಇದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಂತ್ರಿ. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್? ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್? ಹಲೋ,
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಬಟ್
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ವಾಯ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ.
ಐಕಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಡಿರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? So it's a stationary plates and this is an imaginary element and it's a side view and front view.
Not visible sir.
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲನಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್?
ವೈಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿರೋದು, ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿರೋದು.
ಸೊ ಈಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? is not visible.
ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮಗೀಗ? ಸೊ at equilibrium position,
yes sir,
so equating all the forces into 0. So P B 2y minus dP B into 2y minus tau B dx is equal to 0. So if you simplify that plus and minus, that force is get cancelled and the remaining is plus 2yb dP minus 2 tau B dx. If you simplify that, so you get dP by dx is equal to tau by y and tau is equal to dP by dx into y. That is equation 1. Just simplify the equilibrium equation. And we know that Newton's law of viscosity, a shear stress is directly proportional to rate of shear. So according to that, so tau is equal to du by dy into mu, and here negative because velocity decreases with increase in the thickness. That's why negative sign. It is equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in equation 1. We get one more equation. So minus mu du by dy is equal to dP by dx into y. And rearrange the term and apply integration. Rearrange the term and apply integration. I just sort out one side du and other side minus 1 by mu dP by dxy into dy. Call it as equation 3. Apply integration for equation 3. we get the value of u, velocity. Just applying the integration for the above equation 3. So after integration, u is equal to 1 by mu, dp by dx is a constant, 1 by mu, dp by dx is constant. Integration of y, dy is equal to y square by 2 plus c. C is the integration constant, where c is the integration constant, that we have to find out the value of c by using boundary conditions or limits. Means velocity, where the velocity is maximum, where the velocity is minimum. So when y is equal to t, velocity is 0. Means when at the two surface the velocity is 0. So apply that into the above equation. We got the value of c, where c is equal to 1 by mu dp by dx t square by, that is y square means t square by 2, that is t square by 2. Apply this c value in the above velocity equation, and if you simplify, you will get the final velocity equation. So u is equal to minus 1 by mu dp by dx y square by 2 plus this c means this value 1 by mu dp by dx t square by 2, and take the common factor outside, then the final u equation become u is equal to 1 by 2 mu dp by dx t square minus y square. That is the final equation. Equation 4. So next, we want to find out the value of flow rate, that is q. For flow rate, we know that flow rate is equal to velocity into area. That gives the flow rate. Using the same approach that was used for deriving the rate of flow in the capillary tube, the rate between surface can be determined by considering a small imaginary element. Here it is a small imaginary element. Again, there is a two plates, okay, imaginary plates. Through that, the fluid is flowing. So that is dq is equal to u is the velocity, a is the area on which velocity is flowing through the fluid. So y is the half thickness 2y, and dy is the small thickness of the imaginary element, the plate, and u is acting on that plate. Dx is the length of the plate, small dx. So that dq is become u, already we got the value, u is equal to 1 by 2 mu dp by dx t square minus y square into area 2b into dy. Yes, for this equation, if you apply integration, if you apply the integration for this equation, let's take the constant outside, b by mu, 2 to get cancelled, dp by dx t square minus y square dy. It's equation 5. Apply integration for equation 5 with respect to the limits, with respect to the limits 0 to t, with respect to the limits 0 to t. Yes, integration dq is equal to integration 0 to t b by mu dp by dx and to t square minus y square gy. So after integration, it is become q is equal to b by mu. It's a constant. dp by dx is also constant value. So t square means it's a t cube, and y square means if you apply y, it's a t square means t square into y. It is become a t square y minus y cube by 2. And after substituting 0 and t value, it is become t square t cube minus t cube by 3. And take the LCM and simplify. Finally, it is become q is equal to 2b by 3 mu dp by dx t cube, where t is equal to h by 2. It's half of h. So the final equation will become bh cube by 12 mu dp by dx. It is the final equation of final flow rate equation for flow between parallel plates. Flow between parallel plates. Here. So it is the q is equal to bhq by 12 mu dp by dx, where dp by dx is the change in the pressure with respect to the length, that we can replace by p1 minus p2 by L. It is also same. This is the equation through between parallel stationary plates. Clear? First, we consider the parallel plates with the imaginary elements, and what are the force acting on that imaginary element is first P left side, P minus dP right side. One is shear stress. Okay, P, there is a left hand, right hand, and shear stress. At equilibrium, we got the equilibrium equation and simplify. Finally, we got tau is equal to dP by dx into y. And according to Newton's law, we know that tau is equal to d mu du by dy into mu, that is minus mu, because velocity decreases with gradual increase in the thickness. That's why negative. And substitute this tau in the above equation, and we got finally du by 1 minus mu dp by dx y into dy. If you integrate this equation, finally we got u is equal to 1 minus 2 1 minus mu 1 by mu dp by dx y square by 2 plus c. C is the integration constant, and we have to find out the value of this c by using y is equal to t, then velocity is 0. If you substitute this, you will get the c value, and once we got the c value, this c value substitute in the above velocity equation, and finally we got velocity u is equal to 1 by 2 mu dp by dx t square minus y square. This is how the velocity is distributed. This is a parabolic in distribution. Velocity is maximum at the center and minimum at the surface. Where the two surfaces, velocity is minimum, that is 0, because there is a perfect adhesion between the surface and the fluid, so that here it is 0, and in the exactly at the center it is maximum. Okay, u maximum is equal to 1 by 2 1 by 8 mu dp by dx h square. It's a equation for maximum velocity maximum. And if you want the flow rate, again consider a small imaginary elements of the same thing, prototype, and here u is the velocity, dx is the length, and b is the small width of the element. And dq means the change in the flow rate is equal to velocity into area. Velocity u is already we know the value, and area 2b dy is the area. And this is the equation. If you apply integration for this with respect to the 0 to t, finally q will become q is equal to bh cube by 12 mu dp by dx. And these values or these equations you also seen in the data handbook. Okay, it is a final equation. By using these equations, we will solve some problems. So parallel plates, flow between the parallel plates, and capillary tube, and also Newton's law of viscosity. These are the three simple derivations which it will be in your first module.